Hi, I'm Santino Palermo, and I'm an industrial videographer and photographer for the metals industry.
What do you like about your work?
I think the best thing about my work is that I get a lot of creative freedom. So I think being a filmmaker or a creative, you're always kind of looking for the most freedom you can get within that. I think a lot of jobs you might go for that aren't film related, you're very much stuck into a box and you have to work 9 to 5 and you have to do everything by the book in a certain order. And I think I get a lot of freedom within my work, and I'm excited to start new projects all the time. So that's probably the best bit I'd say about it.
Question number 2, how did you start out?
Well, I think I started out, it was a bit of a weird one. Obviously, I went to university and did the whole film course like a lot of people do, which I learned a lot of skills, but I didn't have the work ethic. And I think that's the biggest thing in any industry you'll go into, whether it's film or anything. You need the work ethic, and I didn't have it at the start. When I left university, I was applying for jobs, and even if I got them, which I didn't, I wouldn't have been ready for it. So I'm kind of glad that I fell into a minimum wage job a little bit, where I learned a lot about yourself, and you just learn that you've got to get up, you've got to graft, you've got to work, and then you end up hating it and you really want to go back, and then you rekindle your love for film and stuff like that. But then when I got to that stage where I wanted to go back, I found it difficult to break in, and then you've got to formulate a plan. So I'd say try and get a work ethic. I'm still talking about how I got in the industry on it. So then basically what I did is, to get back in, I got that work ethic. I got the skills from university and the know-how, and I've got the passion within me, I guess. The creative juices were flowing, so to speak. And then I started speaking to people around me, really. I started speaking to people I knew, family members, asking them, is there any jobs going here? Do you know anyone about this? Oh, you're in this industry, what about this? And then my brother's in the steel industry, in the steel game. He's been in it for a while. So I was asking him, oh, is there any companies looking for media? Can I maybe do some work for them? And finally, I got a little bit of an in at a company that was starting up their media division, which is where I work now. And they were just getting it off the ground, and I just started up and I just worked for free for a month. So I think you have to be able to just give up time, and money to get in. But once you're in, you're kind of through the door then. And now I've just built this kind of media company from the floor to where it is, where we're one of the major players in the game for the metals industry, really, for the media content that's going out. So that's pretty much it.
That's that's a brilliant answer, actually. Really good answer. What would you say to someone starting out today?
So someone starting out, say if you're a teenager, I think just learn a skill, learn a craft, whatever it might be. If it's in the film industry or in the media industry, most people aren't going to be in the film industry. It's just a reality. Like most people, if you're making films, short films, it's really, really difficult to break into it. So it's great to have a dream of going into it, but you've got to be realistic. Look around you, look at the people around you, what experience they have, and try and put yourself in positions with them. And then once you get an industry or a niche that you might like, for me, like the steel industry, but you might pick something else, then you need to be encompassed 100% into that niche, and kind of just give everything for that, and start talking to people around there. So I would develop a work ethic, 100%. I would develop a skill, whether it's filmmaking or something else. Then I would pick a niche or a certain type of industry, and then really encompass myself into it. And then as soon as you're in it for 6 months, a year, people start talking about you. You can then call at people, have sales calls, and book work. It's really that easy. And then you just you can build it from there, and then hopefully one day have your own business, which I don't yet, but hopefully one day it will come.